and welcome to the channel. Hello everybody, and welcome to the channel. Ravens will be taking on the 3-3 Texans in Houston. And let's get ready for the kickoff here. Houston will receive the ball, and Tucker with the kickoff. And that's going to be a boomer on the kickoff. That's going to be a 37. And that's going to be 75 yards. They'll just do a touchback. And Houston will take over at their 20. So Houston comes out. And Houston will come out and we'll do a run. Start off. First we'll start off that the starters have to get the ball, and then after that we'll start letting the dice decide who gets it. But for right now, it's going to be Foster getting the ball on an inside run. So inside run. Stuff's already falling. It's going to piss me off. Fall and piss me off. Get to the right chart here. Okay, inside run. Foster with an inside run. And right away, that's a K. And a 13 on a K is a 15 inside run. Oh, we forgot to roll for the defense, so that's going to be an inside run. 13 will be a BS. A BS, and then the K. And a 23 on the K. 23. BS 17. And that's going to be a nice gain of 7 yards for Foster. So it's 2nd and 3. And SCHAUB's going to pass. So we'll roll all 3 of them here. SCHAUB's going to pass, so that's going to be a defense is going to be a 64. Against the pass is a CS. And we'll go short to Johnson. Johnson, that 16 is Johnson, ain't it? Excuse me, yes it is. So 6 to Johnson. And a 52, and that CS is going to become a AS. AS on a 52 is a 28. 28 on an AS. And he's going to get sacked for 2 yards. A sack of 2 yards. Now let's find out who got the sack for Baltimore. And a 52 who gets the sack. Shrugs is going to get the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and 5. And he'll throw another short pass. And that's going to be a 64. That'll be another CS. 40, 55. 55. It's not a starter, so it's going to go to Foster's going to get it. Foster on the short pass. He is a C. It'll stay a C. CS on a 35 is an 8. 8 CS. 8 CS on a short pass. And that's going to be good for 11 yards. 11-yard completion. It's 1st and 10 for Houston. Alrighty, we'll go back to the ground game here. An outside run this time. Outside run. And that'll be a 16. That'll be a 25. That'll be no gain. 25 across the board's no gain. So they get Foster for no gain. Okay, we'll go short pass here. 55. That's going to be a 5 against a 24 against a BS. And a BS on a 25 is Daniels. Daniels is an A, so it'll be AS on a 5. AS on a 5. AS on a 5. And that's going to be good for 14 yards and out of bounds. Their passing game's working, that's for sure. 14 yards and out of bounds. Okay. And they'll stay with the passing game here on 1st down. That'll be a 34. That'll be an AG. AG and a 61. That'll be the Foster, so it'll be a BG. 11 on a BG. 11 BG is 9 yards and out of bounds. 9 yards and out of bounds. And they're going to go medium pass now. Medium pass on 2nd and 1. Medium pass. That'll be against a CS and a 23. That is Johnson. That'll be an AS and a 24 on an AS. 15 AS. And that is incomplete. 1st incompletion. So now it is 3rd and 1. We'll go inside run. Inside run. And that'll be a 45. That'll be a BS. BS and a 34. He's going to run the ball. 34 is Foster's going to run the ball on a 54. 54. That's going to be a penalty. That's an inside run. 36 on a BS. 36 BS. And that's going to be 12 yards but a TE. 12 yards but a TE. See what the TE is. Okay. And a 16 on a TE. 16 TE is a 7, and that's going to be holding on the offense. Now it's going to be 3rd and 11. Holding on the offense. So it's now 3rd and 11, a big penalty there. So now they'll do a short pass. Short pass. 23 on the pass. Will be a CG. CG. 23 will be a 29. He'll probably get sacked. It'll be thrown to 52. 52 is Foster. So it'll say a CG. A CG on a short pass of 29. And that's going to be a 10-yard sack. See who gets this sack. 10 yards. And who gets the sack? 53. And Suggs gets another sack. It's another sack by Suggs. And that'll make it 4th and 21. They'll have to punt. They'll have to punt. Okay, here's the punt by Jones. That'll be a 51. The punt is a K. That'll be a 4. A 4 on the punt. That'll be 52 yards. 10. 52 yards in Jones. Jones to Jones. And a 36 for Jones on the punt. Okay, a 36 is a 26. 26 on the return. 26 is, he loses a yard. So what did I say? It was a 50 what? 54. Forgot to do the punt. God darn it. $50, 104, 52 yards. $52 yards, and he loses a yard on the return. So the Ravens will have the ball at their own 9-yard line. Start off with an inside run to Rice. Inside run to Rice. Inside run to Rice. It's a medium pass, short pass. Okay. So an inside run to Rice. Oh, that's going to be a good one. 22's a 15. 15 against a 63 is a BD. 15 BD inside run. 15 BD. And that is 20 yards, Rice. Hey, dibble, Rice up the middle for 20 yards. Gets them out of a bad field position right away. Sure. Now we'll do a short pass here. Short pass. Again, it has to be a starter at the beginning of the drive. So it's going to be a 56. That's going to be an AS. AS 46. Who's that going to be? A 46 is Rice. So Rice is going to get the thrown to him a 23. And that'll be a 32 on an AS. And now they're outside. So got to get the other chart here. Short pass on a 32 AS. 32 AS. That's going to be an incompletion. Incomplete. Go back to the running game here. We'll do Rice outside this time. That's going to be a 35. It's going to be a 17. 17 on an outside run against a BD. 17 BD. 17 BD is 8 yards. 8 yards for Rice. It'll be 3rd and 2. And we'll stick to the running game. Stick to the running game here. Rice up the middle. That'll be a 13. That'll be a 22. 22 against AD. 22 AD. And that'll be 5 yards for Rice. And now we'll go to the air. 1st and 10. Short pass. Short pass by FLACCO. Who's that going to go to? That is going to go to Torrey Smith. He's an A. A 53 is a BS. We'll make it an AS on a 56. 56, 19, 19 AS. 19 AS. And that's going to be incomplete. And we'll go short pass again, and the damn book wants to fall. Knock all the fucking cards off. Okay, so we'll do a short pass again. FLACCO is 0 for 2 today so far. Short pass. And that's going to be a 56. Who's that going to be? 56. It's going to be Rice. He's going to throw it to Rice. Rice is an A. 43. We just had that. That'll be a BG. Make that an AG. 42 is a 9 on an AG. 9 AG. This book is going to piss me. 12 yards to Rice for the 1st down. Okay, we're going to go short to Antoine Bolden here. I haven't called his name yet, so that's what we're going to do. That's going to be a 44. That's going to be a BD. Antoine's an A, so make that an AD. And a 35, a 9 on an AD. And that'll be 6 yards and out of bounds. Antoine Bolden. And we'll do an outside run to Rice here. 6 yards. 6 yards to 2nd and 4. Rice. Outside run on a 42. 42 will be a CS. And a 51 is a 17. Outside run CS. On a 17, right? 17 CS. And that'll be 5 yards and a 1st down. And now we're inside the... And we're at the 36. They're going to do a medium pass. Medium pass here. That'll be a 24. That'll be a BS. 56. 56. It's going to be Dickens. That'll stay a BS. He's a C. And a 54. And that's going to be a 36. A medium pass. 36 is going to be a penalty. 36 BS. 36 BS. And that's going to be a possible fumble. Yeah, possible fumble and a penalty. So it's 42 yards. So it's a touchdown. It ain't no fumble. So it's a pass. It's a 36-yard touchdown pass to Ed. Because it can't be a fumble, but there is. There is a penalty. And the penalty is a TH penalty. TH. 63 on a TH. 63, 9. That's illegal formation, 5 yards. Takes the touchdown away. Takes the touchdown away. Illegal formation. So it'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10. And we'll do an inside run to Rice. Inside run to Rice. 62 is a 25, so that'll be no gain to Rice. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 15. So we'll go short pass here. Short pass. And 52. And that's going to be Dante Thomas. He's a C. And 12 is a CG. It'll stay a CG. CG. 12. And a 32. This ain't going to be good. 32. 26 on a CG. 26 on a CG. And he's going to take off and run on a CG. So an outside run on a CG. 45 is a 25, and that'll be no gain for FLACCO, and that's going to set up 3rd and 15. So FLACCO gets back to the line of scrimmage. And we'll do a medium pass here on 3rd and 15. Medium pass. That's going to be a 21. That's going to be a BS. BS on A. And it's going to go to Vontae. He's a C. So it'll stay a BS. 53 a 9 on a BS. A 9. BS. Medium pass. 9 yards. 9 yards. Vontae dumps it off, gets 9 yards, and they'll have to try for the field goal here. Get on the board. So Tucker's going to come out from the 32. From the 32. And here's the kick. And a 63 on a kick is going to be a 35 from the 32. 35 from the 32. X11. What's an X11? X11 TM. What does the X11 stand for? X11. What does the X stand for? X11. X. Blocked. Oh, it's blocked. Okay, blocked. Block 11. This is my first block. First block. Where's that at? Fumble recovery blocked. An 11. Goes 0 yards out of bounds. So it's blocked. blocked. Goes 0 yards out of bounds. And it could be any player. Okay, and then what was the penalty? There was also a penalty on that. TM penalty. TM. And a 14 on a TM. 14. TM is 11. Illegal substitution on the offense. They'll decline the penalty and take the ball. So Houston has the ball in good field position after the Ravens drive down and get the kick blocked. They're going to start off with a short pass here. A short pass. Short pass, a 21. It's going to be a BS, a 32. 32, who's that going to be? That's going to be Daniels. He's an A. And a 44, this is going to be a good pass. A 44 on an AS. 44 is a 4 AS. That's going to be first down plus 7 yards, 17-yard pass. 17-yard pass, and who did we say it was going to? Daniels. Okay. They'll stick to the air here. Even tearing them up. What are they? 4 for 5 for 51 yards. That's going to be a 11. That is going to be a BD on 11. A BD. And a 65. Who's that going to? 65 is Tate. He's a C. And that'll stay a BD. Tate and a 22 or 4 on a BD. A 4 on a BD. BD. And that's going to be a first down plus 3 yards. So 13 yards to Tate. Man, they're carving the Ravens up here. 13 yards. Okay, we'll do an outside run. Outside run. That'll be a 24. That'll be a BS. BS, and who's 55? 55 is Tate. Tate gets the ball after the catch. Tate is a... Tate, can he run outside? Yeah, he can run outside or inside. And a 45. 45 is a 22 on an outside run. 22. And we said it was a BS. 22 BS. And that is no gain for Tate. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10. We'll go back to the air here on 2nd and 10. Short pass. 53. It's going to be a BS. 23 is probably going to go to Johnson. Yep, so make it an AS. AS on an 11. AS 11. 11 on an AS. There's 11 yards to Johnson. 11 yards. Oh, we're inside the 30. Wrong chart. Wrong chart. An 11 on an AS is inside the 30 is 9 yards. 9 yards to Johnson. That takes it down to the 28. And they're going to do a medium pass from here. Try to score right now. Medium pass. That's a 19. That's going to be a 24. 24 is going to be a BS. 46, who's that to? 46 is Foster. That's going to stay a BS. He's a C. So Foster is a C, so it'll stay a BS. And a 34. That's a 35. A 35 BS. 35 BS is incomplete with a TH penalty. TH penalty. A 32 on a TH is a 34. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, 15-yard penalty. And loss of down here. So it'll be a pass. It's going to be incomplete. And then there was a penalty on the offense. $15 yards. So now it is 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16, and now they're outside the 30. 3rd and 16. You'll have to do a medium pass here. Medium pass on 3rd and 16. And that's going to be a BD. BD. As Philip Reynolds joins us here, check out his great channel. A 22 will be Johnson. Make out an AD. A 26, 16 AD. And that is incomplete. Now we'll have to settle for the field goal attempt. From the 34. Tucker had his blocked. What's going to happen this time? So Graham comes out. And a 25. And that'll be a 18. 18 from the 34. 18 from the 34. And that is good. Houston takes a 3-0 lead. 3-0 Houston. Alrighty. With 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And now the kickoff from Graham. A 45. That'll be a 4. And that'll be 67 yards. 67 yards. Jones is going to bring it out. What the hell? Bring it out. So Jones is going to bring it out here. And a 44 for Jones. 44 for Jones is a kickoff is a P of 16. 16 on the return. 16 on the return is 50-yard return by Jones. Nice job. Gives the Ravens field position. 50-yard return. 3 yards deep. Bring it out to the 47. 47. Flacco is going to do a short pass here from midfield. And that's going to be a 43. 43 is going to be a BG. A BG2. BG2. Vontae Leach, he's going to dump it off. Leach is a C, so it'll stay a BG. A 16 on a BG. 16 on a BG. 16 on a BG. Short pass. BG. And that's 3 yards to Vontae. 3-yard pass. Dumps it off. 2nd and 7. And we'll do an outside run here. Outside run. Outside run. Outside run of 15. 15 is going to be an AG. A 54. Who's going to get this? 54. Pierce is going to get this. Pierce's first carry of the game. 54. Pierce. And a 23. That's not going to be good. 29. 29 on a AG. 29 AG. And he's going to lose 8 yards. Pierce loses 8 yards. Damn. -8. That's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Medium pass. Medium pass here. FLACCO. Excuse me. That'll be a 46. Be a BS. A 52. Who's going to get that? Dante Thomas. It'll stay a BS. And a 24. 16 on a BS medium pass. And that's going to be incomplete. And the Ravens will have to punt. Wasted that great field position. Wasted that great field position. And out comes Sam to do the punt. And that's going to be a hell of a punt. A 66 is a 2. A 2 from the 45. A 2. 2 is going to be down at the 7-yard line. Good job. Sam pins them deep. And that would be at the 7. That would be 50-yard punt. So 1st and 10, Houston from their own 7. They'll do an inside run here. Inside run. That'll be a 53. That'll be a BS. A 35. A 35 will be Foster. 35 and a 34. A 34 is a 35. 35 on a BS. And they're inside their own 15. So, and it was a BS on a 30 what? 35. 35. BS. It's 0 yards and a TE. 0 yards and a TE. TE penalty. A 31 on a TE. 31 TE. 31 18. Offsides on the defense. They'll take it. It'll be 1st and 5. First and 5 with a minute to go in the quarter. Okay, they're going to do they are still inside the 15. Still inside the 15. They're going to do a short pass here. Short pass. They're outside the 10. So a holding penalty won't be a safety. That's going to be a 15. That's going to be an AD. And a 51. He's going to get it on a 51. 51. A Foster. An AD. He's going to make it a BD. BD. God damn it. BD. 4. 4 on a BD. 4 on a BD. 4 on a BD. We're still in the first 14 yards out of bounds. 14 yards and out of bounds. Foster doing it in the air. Having a nice game. Okay. Now we'll do an outside run. Outside run. $64. That's going to be a CS. Foster will get the ball on his 12. It's 26 on a CS. 12 CS. And they'll lose 2 yards. 2-yard loss. That'll bring up 2nd and 12. We'll do a short pass. Not go back to pass. 24. That's going to be a BS. 53. A 10 BS. 34. 34 is Daniels. That'll be an AS. AS 10. AS 10. AS 10. That'll be 8 yards. And that'll end the quarter. 8 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 ends the quarter. So we end the first quarter. It is 3-0. Take a look here at so Ravens 4 first downs, 7 rushes for 30 yards, 4 for 7 for 30 yards, 2 penalties. They've had the ball for 7 minutes and 15 seconds and 1 for 3 and 3rd down. Houston 5 first downs, 4 carries for 5 yards, 8 for 10 for 95 yards. He's been sacked twice for 12 yards, 2 penalties for 25 yards. Had the ball 7 minutes and 15 seconds, and they're also 1 for 3 with a field goal. Okay, start this second period with a 3rd and 4, and they'll do a short pass here. 3rd and 4. 22 is going to be a good defense. That'll be a BD. A 64. And that's going to be Martin. And that'll stay a BD. And a 16. A 16 on a BD. And that is going to be incomplete. No, half the punt. Ravens stiffen up. Ravens stiffen up. have to punt. This is Houston's first punt. Jones comes out the punt. 24. 24 will be a punt. Use the K. Be a 6. 6 on the punt. And that'll be 48 yards. With a punt and Jones. Jones will return it. Jones for 33. That's going to be a good punt return. That'll be a 33. And that'll be a 18. 18 on the punt return. 18 on the punt return is 15 yards. What would we say? 48-yard kick. 48-yard punt. 15 on the return. So the Ravens will start at their own 35. And we'll do an inside run here. With an inside run. And that'll be a 43. That'll be a BD 46. That was just 4. 46 will be, I think that's going to be, yep, Pierce again. Pierce with the ball on a 62. And that's going to be a 24 on a BS. 24 BS. And that is 1 yard for Pierce. One yard for Pierce. We'll go short pass here. Flacco back in the pocket. A short pass. A 31. Be a CS. 43. Will be to Rice. I'll make that a BS. Be a BS to Rice. A 41. A 22 BS. 22 BS. It's probably going to be incomplete. Could be intercepted. 22. It's going to be incomplete. Incomplete pass. That's incomplete pass to Rice. So it's 3rd and 9. Flacco will go short pass again. Short pass again. 25. That's going to be an AD. And a 66. It'll be to Allen. We'll make that a BD. BD 9. BD 9. BD 9 is going to be BD 9, 2 yards. 2 yards to Allen. And again, they'll have to punt. Ravens can't get anything going after that blocked field goal. So now they'll have to punt on 4th and 7. Sam pinned them back the last time. A 36 is an 18. 18 on the punt. 18 on the punt is 58 yards. 58 yards. Is that what I said? Yep, 58 yards. And Martin will return it. Yards. And the return. That'll be a 24. That'll be a 25. 25 on the punt return. 25 is no. Goes nowhere. Gets stuck. They're not going to have good field position. They will be 1st and 10 from the 4. And they'll go inside run. Inside run. That'll be a 51. That'll be an AG. 21 will be Foster. AG, 29 AG, and they're inside their own 14-yard line. AG 29. AG 29. 29 AG. That'll be 2 yards lost. They're back to their 2-yard line. Sure. Foster loses 2. Trying to get out of here. They'll do another inside run. 52. 52 will be a CD. CD. A 36 will still be Foster. Foster with the ball. And a 31 this time is a 15. A 15 and a CD. 15 CD. And he's going to rack up 16 yards. Gets him out of the hole. Nice gap. 16 yards. 16-yard gain. Finds a hole. Houston out to the 18-yard line. They'll do a short pass here. 64. CS. CS, and that'll go to Johnson. That'll be an AS. 26. 16 AS. 16 AS. 16 AS. And that'll only be a 3-yard gain for Johnson. And they'll go outside run to Foster. Well, outside run, we'll see who runs it. And that'll be a 12. That'll be a CD. 56. And that'll be Tate. Tate will get it. Tate with the ball. And a 21 is a 24. 24 was a 21. 24 on an outside run. CD. 24 outside run CD. And that is going to be minus 2 yards. Now bring up 3rd and 9. Third and 9. And Ken Castro joins us here. And we'll do a short pass here. Short pass. Matt back in the pocket. What happens here? On 3rd and 9. That'll be a 62. That'll be an AS. A 42. And that's going to be Water. It'll stay an AS. And a 13 is an 11. 11 on an AS. 11 on an AS is 11 yards. And he picks up the 1st down. Picks up the 1st down. Had him 3rd and 9. Couldn't hold him. We'll go back to the running game. We'll do an outside run. And that's going to be a 36. That's going to be a BS. And a 51. That's going to be Foster. And a 66. This isn't going to be good for the... That's a K. K. And a 12. A 17. 17 on an AS. On a BS. 17 on a BS. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. 17 on a BS is 9 yards and out of bounds on that K. That K tricks me. You think it's going to be like 15 or 20. 9 yards and out of bounds. And since it's 2nd and 1, they're going to do a medium pass. They're going to do a medium pass here. Medium pass is a 24. That'll be an AD. They was ready for it. An AD. It will be Johnson, an AD. A 15 is a 6. This is going to be a good gain, even though they was ready for it. 6 AD. That's going to be 20 yards to Johnson. Matt is tearing up this defense. Johnson, 20-yard completion. 20-yard completion to Johnson. We are down to the Ravens 31. Do another outside run. 41. That'll be an AS. That'll be the Foster. On a 32, that's a 26. 26. 26 AS. AS. 26 AS. That's 0 yards and he's out of bounds. And they'll do an inside run this time. 54. That'll be an AD. 53. That'll be Tate. Tate with an inside run. Tate. And a 51. That's a 16. 16 on an AD inside run. And that is good for 14 yards for Tate. Damn. Yard gain for Tate. Okay. Go short pass. Let's do a medium pass here. They are inside the Baltimore 27 now. Can do a medium pass. They're going to do a medium pass here. Medium pass. Trying to score right away. That's going to be a good defense. That's going to be a CD. CD 44. 44, who's that going to be? 44 is going to be Water, and we'll make it a BD. A BD 9. A BD 9. On a medium pass. And that is going to be just incomplete. Nice job by the defense. A medium pass. Who did we say it was to? We said it was to Water. Okay. And we'll do an inside run this time. 2nd and 10. 14. That'll be a BD 53. Is that going to be Tate? That'll be Tate again on a 46. A 24 BD. 24 BD on an inside run. 24 BD. And that'll be 4 yards for Tate. 3rd and 6. We'll do a short pass here. Short pass. Can the Ravens stiffen up here? On the 3rd down. That'll be a BS. A 45. That'll be the Walter. That'll be an AS. AS. 21 AS. 21 AS, and that is incomplete. So the Ravens bend but don't break. They'll have to settle for another field goal attempt. This might bite them in the butt. Might bite them in the butt from the 23. Short field goal attempt here from the 23. Comes out. A 52 is a 41 from the 23. And that is just good. 23 good. Just good. Hits the crossbar and goes in. Graham gets lucky. 23 good, it says on a 41. That's where he's at, is on the 23. Houston gets a field goal, takes a 6-0 lead halfway through this 2nd period. Here's the kickoff. 64. And that'll be a 2. 2 on the kickoff. And that'll be 66 yards on the kickoff. And he's definitely bringing it out. He had a 50-yarder the last time. 66 yards. Jones will bring it out. 51 on the 51. That'll be a 17. 17 on the kick return. 70. That's 40 yards. Jones is freaking hot today. Jones 40-yard return. But they haven't capitalized on any of this. He's had a great punt return and two great kick returns. And they haven't scored yet. We're going to do a outside run here. Outside run. You know what? No, we're going to do a short pass. Short pass. Open it up here. Short pass. Try to get him going here. 52. 52 will be a CG. CG, a 26. 26 might be Antoine Bolden. Nope. That'll be Torrey Smith. We'll make out a BG. BG 46. 17 on a BG. 17 BG. 17 BG. 17 BG. And that's going to be only good for 4 yards to Torrey Smith. 4 yards. Smith with the completion for 4 yards. That pass rush must be getting a FLACCO. He's got to throw it quick. They have one hell of a pass rush. We're going to stay short again on 2nd and 6. 22 is going to be a good defense. It's going to be an AD 42. And that'll be to Rice. It'll stay an AD. And a 43 is a 13 on an AD. 13 AD. And that'll be good for 3 yards to Rice. Like I say, I hate this dink and dunk offense. 3 yards to Rice. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. We're going to do a hey dibble dibble, Rice up the middle here. Hopefully it's Rice. A 41 is an AS. And a 32 will be Rice. And a 61. 22 on an AS. 22 AS. 22 AS. And that's exactly 3 yards. Rice picks up the first down. Rice with the first down. Alrighty. Let's do a short pass here. Short pass. Try to get Flacco going. 34. It's going to be a AG. AG. It's going to go to Rice, so it'll stay in AG. A 53 is a 9. A 9 on an AG. And that is 13 yards to Rice. There we go. 13-yard completion to Rice. Out of the backfield. Did a little wheel route. Picks up 13. And that'll put him into Houston territory. Let's do a medium pass here. A medium pass. That's going to be a 12. That is going to be a CG, a 54. That's going to go to Thompson. It'll stay a C. CG. Oh, that's going to be a good one. 55 is a 6. A 6 on a, what did I say? A CG? Yep. A 6 on a CG. Not as good as I thought. 6 on a CG. Better than I thought. 19 yards. 19 yards. Good job. 19-yard completion to Thomas. $19-yard completion. It's going to get us down inside the 20, I think. 19 yards. At the 19-yard line, we'll do an inside run here. Inside run. Inside run. Oh, this is going to be a good one. 33. That is going to be a BG. And 46. That's not going to be Rice. That's going to be Pierce. Not as good as I thought. It's Pierce, isn't it? Doesn't have a... Yeah, Pierce has got a K. Pierce is going to bust this, maybe. So it's a BG. Inside run, BG. And a 45 on the K. 16. 16 BG. And that's good. 8 yards for Pierce. Nice run by Pierce. Eight yards. We'll stick to the ground game here. Or do we? Now we'll do a short pass here. Do a short pass from the 11 on 2nd and 2. Short pass. That's going to be a 51. That's going to be an AD. A 62 is Doss. That'll be a BD. A BD on a 41. 22 on a BD. 21 on a BD. And that is barely incomplete. He almost threw an interception. We'll go back to the running game here. On 3rd and 2, an inside run. An inside run. That'll be a 26. That'll be a BS. Rice is back out there. And a 64. 64 is a 17 on a BS. 17 BS. And that'll be 3 yards, and that'll be good for the first down. 3 yards. First down and goal from the 8. And we'll do a short pass here. Short pass from the 8. And that's going to be a 51. That's going to be an AD. A 31 is Torrey Smith. It'll stay an AD. And this might be a touchdown. A 6 AD. 6 AD is 4 yards. Nope, not a first down. 4 yards to Smith. Four yards. And we'll run inside here. Run inside. 2nd and 4 from the goal. And goal. That'll be a 55. That'll be an AG. And a 55. 55's everywhere. That'll be Pierce again. Pierce. And a 22 for Pierce is 15. 15. 15 on an AD. 15 AD, and that is good for a 4-yard touchdown to Pierce. And the Ravens take the lead. How about that? On a 4-yard run. And well, they don't take the lead. They tied up. Here's the extra point to take the lead. 62 is a 3, and that should be good all day. And that's good. And there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half in a 7-6 ball game. Both teams got all 3 timeouts left. And here's the kickoff. That'll be a 12. That'll be a 7 on the kickoff. 7 is 62 yards. 62-yard kickoff to Martin. And a 54 for Martin on the kickoff. 54. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. A 36. 36. 36 is only 9 yards. 9 yards and a TK. 9 yards and a TK. See what the penalty is. TK. TK. 13 on a TK. 13. And that'll be an 8. That'll be illegal block offense. So that'll be 10 yards. 10 yards on the offense. Illegal block. 10 yards. What the heck? It didn't do nothing. Took 15 seconds off the clock though. Let's see here. Go back. Okay. Martin, it was 60, what was it? It was a 12, it was a 7, and the 7 was a 62 yards. He returned it 9 yards. 9 yards. Penalty was an illegal block. Any player. And we need, it was 10 yards. See if it works this time. Nah, doesn't do shit. What the hell is it doing? Takes 15 seconds off and nothing happens. Okay. We'll do it this way. We won't say he gains anything. That's what we'll do. I'm not playing games at 9 yards return. We'll just do it that way. Not playing around. Just do a 62-yard kick and no return. And that'll do it. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 3. They've had terrible field position. Terrible field position. Alrighty, we'll do an inside run here. Try to get out from the goal line here. Terrible field position. That'll be a CD. That'll be Foster, not Tate, on a 51 CD. 51 is a 15. 15 CD. 15 CD. And that's going to be 24 yards. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 24 yards. That's the second time from his own goal line he's busted a nice run. 24 yards. Now it'll be 15 seconds and it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Okay. They're going to do a short pass. 15. It's going to be an AD. A 53. Who's that going to be? 53. That'll be Foster. That'll knock that down to a BD. 13 BD. 13 BD. 13 BD. 13 BD. 13 BD. 13 BD. It's going to be a possible fumble. F37, not what they wanted. F37. 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 And a 45 on a 37. 35. That's going to be 19 yards. And 01's going to get it. They're going to keep it, but he's going to lose 19 yards. 19 yards. 19-yard sack. Yard sack. Wow, a fumble recovered by Houston. And who's 11? 11 is Foster's going to pick it up. Foster picks it up. Foster picks it up and see what he does on the fumble recovery. Fumble. And a 61 is a 17. And a 17 is 4 yards. He'll return it 4 yards. And Baltimore is going to call a timeout. Oh, who sacked him? 24. Who sacked him? That is the question. 24. And that'll be Daniel sacks him. And Baltimore called timeout. They're looking to get the ball back here. Okay. Now they're just going to try to run 2nd and 25 from their 12. They're just going to try to run the ball. They're not going to try to get fancy. Not going to try to get fancy here. They're just going to run it. Make Baltimore use up their timeout. They get another good run. So be it. A 52. That'll be a CD. A CD. That'll be Foster on a 24 CD. 24 CD. That'll be 3 yards. 3 yards. And again, Baltimore call a timeout, and again they'll just run the ball up the middle. It's 3rd and 22. That'll be a 42. That'll be a CS, Foster, and a 35. 35 on a CS. 35 CS. This is -2. He loses 2 yards, but there is a penalty, a TE. And what is the penalty? 52 on a TE. 52 on a TE. And that's going to be holding. They'll decline the penalty. They'll take the 2-yard loss and call a timeout. And they'll have to punt. And it'll be 4th and 24. And let's see where they get the ball back at. Trying to add to this lead. That'll be a 56. That'll be a 19. A 19 on the punt. A 19. And they're inside their own 14. A 19. That'll be 54-yard punt. And Jones will return it. 54. And Jones with a 23 on the punt. 23 is a 33. 33 on the punt. A 33, and that's a possible fumble. F3. This ain't good. F3. F3. And that'll be a 52 on an F3. 52 F3. 15 yards D10. And on a punt. So they recover it. So he gets 15 yards on that. 15 yards, and Baltimore recovers. Let's see, he recovers. Let's see here, he recovers. He's going to recover. I guess they're not going to. Punt. Jones. It's 54 yards. We'll just say whoever it is. I'm not going to fool with this. Just say it was down right where it was. They just fell on the ball. Fumble. And it don't matter to me because it's not anybody here. Just put somebody in their yards. Okay. So 1st and 10 from the 48. We'll do a medium pass here. Medium pass. Flacco back in the pocket trying to add to this score. Medium pass with a minute to go and no timeouts. Okay, that's going to be a 44 on the defense. That'll be an AD 54. Who's going to get it? 54. It's going to be Thomas. He's already got a big gain. So that'll be a BD, 43 BD, 13 BD. That's going to be incomplete. All right, we'll do a short pass this time. Try to get some yardage here. That's going to be a good one. That is going to be 56. That's going to be Ed Dickens. And a 24. It's going to be a BS. That'll stay a BS. And that's going to be a 3. A 3 on a BS. A 3 on a BS. 1st down and 6 yards. And they'll do the hurry up. So that'll be 16 yards. Does he go out of bounds? I didn't look. That's what I should have looked at. BS. A 3. Nope, just 6 yards. 16 yards on the completion. We'll do a medium pass this time. No, they don't want to call timeout. Medium pass. That's going to be a AS 64. Who's that going to be? Williams. That'll be a BS and an 8. 8 BS. 8 BS on a medium pass. 8 BS. That's 13 yards and he gets out of bounds. Williams. 13 yards to Williams. Gets out of bounds. So now we are on the 23 of Houston. We're going to do a medium pass here, try to score here. Another medium pass. And that's going to be a 55. That's going to be an AD, and now another 55. Who's that going to be? Dickens again. So that'll go from being a AD to a BD. 15, a 6 on a BD. 6 on a BD. 6 BD. 12 yards and out of bounds. Oh shit, I didn't look at the time. It's only 15 seconds. We got to kick the field goal. Didn't pay no attention to the time on the clock. 15 seconds. So we're not going to do that. We're going to kick a field goal. And a 15. We're on a 23. And that'll be a 1. That'll be good. Didn't see the time. 15 seconds. And that'll end the half. And the Ravens take, excuse me, and the Ravens take a 10-6 lead. And another kickoff. Yeah, kickoff. Yes, I'm sure they got the ball to start the half. Got the ball to start the first half. Let's take a look here at the box score. Halfway through this game. $11 first downs for Baltimore. 12 rushes for 49 yards. FLACCO is 12 for 18 for 104. They've had 1 fumble. 2 penalties for 10 yards. They've had the ball for 14 minutes and 45 seconds. Excuse me. They're 3 for 6 in first downs. 1 for 1 in the red zone. And they've got 153 yards total offense. Houston 10 first downs. 14 for 69 yards. 11 for 16 for 129 yards is Matt. He's been sacked 3 times for 31 yards. 1 fumble. And 2 penalties for 25 yards. And they've had the ball for 15 minutes and 15 seconds. They're 2 for 7 in third down. And they are 2 and 1 inside the red zone. They got 167 total yards. Let's get down here for the second half kickoff. Let's fix these cards a little bit. Okay, that looks better. Alrighty, and now the kickoff. And that's going to be a hell of a kickoff. That'll be a 37 on the kickoff. 37 on the kickoff, 77, and they'll just do a touchback. Touchback. Baltimore start at their own 20. And they'll do an inside run. And that's going to be a 32. And that's going to be Allen. I think he's going to get it. That's going to be a CG. Yeah, that's going to be Allen. Allen on the carry. A 66, right? Yep. And a 13. 19 CG. 19 CG. 19 CG is 1 yard for Allen. Well, I should make it. Yeah, we're starting this half. We're not going to do that. It's going to be 13. No way Allen's starting a half. I'll do the same thing. A 13 is a 22 for Rice. A 22 CG. And that'll be no yards for Rice. No yards for Rice. No way Allen starts the second half. Alrighty. We'll do a short pass. 14. And that'll be an AG. And that'll be to Antoine Bolden. And that'll be a 45. That'll be a 14 on an AG. 14 AG. And that'll be 10 yards to Antoine Bolden. Is that his first catch of the game? That'll be a first down. Let's see if that's his first catch. It's only his second catch. Alrighty. We'll go short pass again. Excuse me. 22. 22 is an AD. 55. It's going to be Dickens. We'll make out a BD. BD 26. 26 BD. And Flacco is going to take off running on a BD. Flacco runs on a BD. A 32 is a 28 on a BD. 28 BD. And Flacco loses 3 yards. So Flacco loses 3 yards. And we'll do a medium pass now. And that's going to be a 34. And that was a 1. That was 15 to Bolden. 34 is a AG. It'll stay an AG. And a 5. 5 AG. This will be a damn good gain. 5 AG. 28 yards to Antoine Bolden. 28 yards. First and 10. They're going to do another medium pass. Another medium pass. And a 36. 36 is a BS. A 26. That's going to be Torrey Smith. Make out an AS. Yep, an AS. And a 7 on an AS. 7 AS. And that's 24 yards to Smith. And all of a sudden, Flacco's on fire. 24 yards and out of bounds. And just like that, we are down to the Houston 21. And we'll do an outside run here. Outside run. That's going to be a AG. They was ready for that. A 51's going to be Pierce, I believe. Yep, Pierce has got the ball. On a 31. A 16. A 16. 16 on an AG. 16 on an AG is 5 yards for Pierce. Keep it on the ground. We'll go outside. Outside again. 5 yards. So we'll keep it on the ground. Outside. See what happens here. And that's going to be to Rice this time. On a AD. AD and a 32. AD 32. That's not good. AD 32. That's going to be a rare play too. A rare play too. Our first rare play. Rare play 2. And a 5. Ball carrier runs for 3 yards, is stripped of the ball there. It bounces into the end zone and eludes several players trying to recover, rolls out of the end zone for a touchback. Ain't that something? So how do we do that here? How do we do that here? So it's going to be... So, what the... how does that work here? God damn it. See, it's not... It doesn't have this in here. Race is going to fumble. What does it say? Doesn't say how far he went, right? 3 yards. He fumbles for 3 yards. We'll just say Houston recovers. Houston recovers. And that's 3 yards. Take it to the 13. I don't care who recovers it. We'll say Watt recovers it. And since it's at the 13, I'll recover it for 7 yards. And I'll get the ball at the 20. That's how we'll do it. Okay, that was a costly turnover. Costly turnover on a rare play. And now it's 1st and 10 for Houston. And they'll do a short pass here to start off this second half. And that's going to be to Johnson. And that's going to be a CD. I'll make that an AD. AD and a 5. 5 on an AD. That'll be 5. First down and 5 more yards. 15 yards for Johnson. Out to the 35. And they'll stay in the air. What is he? 12 for 17. That's going to be a CG 62. Who's that going to be? 62. 62 is going to be Posey. He's a C, so it'll stay a CG. CG 63. 13 on a CG. 13 CG 3 yards. Alrighty, we'll stay in the air. It's 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. That's going to be a CS 45. That'll be to Walter. We're making a BS 12. BS 12. BS 12 is another 3 yards. I didn't do this one. What was the last play? Posey was 3 yards. That's right. Okay. So this will be a pass. And this one was to 45. Water. We don't need all that. That's 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd 3rd and 4. Another pass. 3rd and 4. That's going to be a 54. That's going to be an AG. A 21, that's going to be Johnson. Stay an AG. A 24 is a 15. 15 AG. 15 AG. That's only 1 yard. 1 yard to Johnson. They'll have to punt. Only a 1 yard completion. He had to get rid of that quick. Okay. So the turnover doesn't cost him. Here's the punt. Cost him some points. He's already in field goal range. And that's going to be a nice punt by Jones. A 44 on a 17. 44 and a 17. 44 and a 17. And that's going to be down at the 5-yard line. 53-yard punt. Out of bounds. And the Ravens with terrible field position. Nice job by Jones to flip that. All right. We'll do an inside run. Ball's on the 5. Ball is on the 5-yard line. Inside run. See if Rice can do what Foster's done. It's not going to be Rice. 62. That's going to be Pierce. Nope. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Pierce? Yep, it's going to be Pierce. Pierce is going to carry the ball. Pierce. Now a 33, that's going to be a good defense. That is going to be a BG. And a 35 is a 16. 16 BG. That's still good. That is 9 yards for Pierce. Nice job. Pierce 9 yards on the carry. And that takes them out to the 14. Still there, aren't they? Between that was the wrong. That was the wrong one. Wait a second. So it was a 35. I got the wrong chart here. Wrong chart. No, that's the right chart. Okay. Yep, right chart. And now they're still inside the ball on the 14. Yep, so still there. So let's do a 2nd and 1. Let's do a medium pass from here. A medium pass. A medium pass. Try to get something here. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Oh, my. That's going to be to Antoine Bolden. And that's an 11. A 63. That's going to be a BG making an AG. AG3. AG3. And that's 38 yards. Antoine Bolden. 38 yards. Nice job, Flacco. Caught him. Caught him looking for Hey Dibble Dibble Rice up the middle for a 38-yard gain. Good job. That flips the field position. Now we're in the 48 of Houston. Nice job. You know what? Let's stick to that medium pass. Sure. He's found a hole in that defense, maybe. And that's going to be a 45. 45. It's going to be a BS. 56. Who's that? That's Dickens. That'll stay a BS. 35. 9. 9 on a BS. 9 on a BS. That'll just be 5 yards to Dickens. 5 yards to Dickens. Had to dump it off to the tight end. All right, we'll do an outside run now. 21. That'll be a BS. 43, that will be Rice. And a 31 on a BS. 31 outside run BS. 17 BS. Come on, flip. 17 BS. And that'll be 9 yards, and he gets out of bounds. Okay, now we'll do an inside run. Yeah, it was a cool play, wasn't it? Yeah, that was an inside run. 63, that's going to be Pierce again. Pierce with the carry. Inside run 53. And a 53 is going to be a BS. BS 22. BS 22. 22 on a BS is only 2 yards for Pierce. 2 yards for Pierce. And let's do a short pass this time. Short pass. 2nd and 8. Are we inside the 30? No, we're not. You know what? We'll do a medium pass since we're outside the 30. Do a medium pass outside the 30. I don't know if this one's going to work as good. 52. That's going to be a CG. 53. And that's going to be the Thomas. That'll stay a CG. A 26. 17 CG. 17 CG is incomplete. Incomplete. So now we'll have to do a short pass. And now we'll go short pass. Short pass. 26. That's going to be a BS. A 42. That'll be the Rice making an AS. Rice an AS. And a 12 is a 28. He's going to get sacked for the first time, I believe. AS. Yep, his first time Flacco's been sacked today, -4. Not what you want it when you're at the 32-yard line, -4. And let's see who gets the sack. First sack of the game for Houston. And a 53. Who gets the sack? And that's going to be Manning gets the sack. Now they'll have to try to kick the field goal from the 36. He's already had one block today. From the 36, that'll be a 17 from the 36. 17 from the 36. 17. And that is good. That makes it a 13-6 game, up by 7. Up by 7. Houston's been able to move the ball, just can't score. As Aaron Reed joins us here, check out his great channel. So here's the kickoff after the field goal. Makes it a 13-6 ball game. And a 16. That is going to be a 19 on the kickoff. A 19, that's 71 yards, and they're going to return it. What the hell? Well, maybe they should. They're not. They're just going to take the touchback. They'll take the touchback. Bring it out. And they'll do a short pass here. Short pass. That's going to be a good one for them. A 25. That's going to be a good defense. AD. And a 55. Who's that going to be? A 55 will be Graham. And on a short pass, he's a B, so it'll stay in AD. Graham. First time we've called his name. And a 6 on an AD. AD, yep. 6 on an AD. 6 on the AD. And that'll be 13 yards. 13 yards. To Graham. And Hunter joins us here. Check out his great channel also. So we got 1st and 10, and they'll do an outside run. Outside run. That'll be a 65. A lot of 65s here. That'll be an AS, and a 65 will be a 24 on an AS. 24 on an AS is no gain. No gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. And they'll do a short pass. Short pass here. And that's going to be a 24. That'll be a BS. 53. That'll be Foster. He's a C. I'll stay a BS. And a 52 is a 28. 28 BS. He's probably going to get sacked. 28 BS. Yep, that's going to be a 5-yard sack. 5-yard sack. Suggs has got 2. Can he get another one here? 15, it's not going to be Suggs. It's going to be Paul. Paul's going to get the sack. There's Paul. Okay, it's now 3rd and 15. They'll have to do a medium pass now. Medium pass. That's going to be a 65. 65 is going to be an AS. Another, all of them 65, all 65s. And who's 65? 65. That'll be Tate. That'll make out a BS. BS. 18 BS. 18 BS. And that's going to be incomplete, and they'll have to punt. And they'll have to punt. Jones comes out to punt. And a 16 is a 19 on the punt. 19 on the punt. 19 is a 54-yard punt. And Jones returns it for a 25 on the punt. That'll be a 20. 20 on the punt. 20 will be 5-yard return. So the Ravens start at their own 23. We'll do an inside run. That'll be 42. That will be Rice. That'll be Rice. 65. That'll be a AS and a 21. AS 24. AS 24. And that's going to be 4 yards for Rice. Second and 6. Go short pass here. Short pass at 35. 35 is a CS. Another 35. That'll be Jacoby Jones. That'll be a B. 35 was an AS. CS. So it'll stay a CS. It'll stay a CS and a 34. That'll be a 35 on a CS. 35 CS. That's going to be a 4 yards and a possible. And that's a penalty. Four yards and a TH penalty. 26 on a TH. 26 on a TH. And that's going to be holding against the offense. That'll mark them back 10 yards. So now it'll be 2nd and 16. And we'll do another short pass here. That'll be a 52. And that's going to be a CG. CG, that'll be the Antoine Bolden, make it a BG. 24, 16 BG. 16 BG. And that's going to be complete, but only 1 yard and out of bounds. Complete for 1 yard and out of bounds. Okay. So we'll do a medium pass now. That's going to be a 25. That's going to be an AD 63. That's going to be the Fonte. Make it an BG 52 BG. That's going to be a 29. He's going to get sacked. 29 BG. 29. And he gets sacked for 12 yards. 12 yards sack. Damn. And who got him? That is the question. 46. 46. Connor gets him. And they'll have to punt back at their 8-yard and 6-yard line. Need a good punt here from Sam. Sam I am. 63 on the punt. That's a 35. That's going to be a penalty. 35 on the punt. 35 on the punt. That's going to be blocked. X7, right? X7. 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 Let's look at this here. X7 on the punt. 35 and X7. It's going to be blocked. I hadn't had a punt blocked or a kick blocked, and I mean a field goal blocked, and now I've had two of them in one game. Okay, so an X7. So it's going to go 13 yards. Or 13 yards. Is that right? Am I reading that right? 13 yards. It's going to go 13 yards. Blocked, and it's only going to go 13 yards if I'm reading this right. Fumble recovery and block kick return. I just want the block. Onside kick safety. Where in the hell is the block? It says look it up on the indicator chart. Is that in the back? Maybe it's back here. Rare plays. Indicator chart for blocked, for fumbles, block kicks, and interceptions. Alrighty, I don't know. Here's the indicator chart. That's receptions, interceptions, and sack. Blocked, okay. Block kicks, X7. Where's the X7 at? I don't see no X7. There it is. X7. Damn, I'm blind as a bat and twice this fat. X7. Okay. X7 is a 46. 46 on an X7. 46 goes 5 yards and 0-2 recovers. It goes minus 5 yards. Hell, that's at the 1 yard line, ain't it? Yep. 46. 46 on an X7. Yep, 5 yards. A minus 5 yard punt. So it's blocked. Blocked. Won't let it go minus. It's blocked. Blocked. And 0-2 picks it up. Who's 0-2? 0-2 on the kick. I'm sure it's not going to be 0-2 on the punt. Who's that going to be? Blocked. It won't let it go negative yards. Okay. 0-2, I don't know. Okay. And let's see how far he can return it. How far can he return it on the block? 63. 63 on the run. We're just going to say he falls on it. They're going to get the ball at the 5. I guess I can. You do a negative 5 yards. Guess we'll do 0, -5. So Houston's got the ball on the 1-yard line. That's how we're going to do it. Fuck it. I can't figure out how to do it any other way. So they're not going to waste no time. They're just going to do an inside run. Inside run. Try to punch it in and tie this game up on the block punt. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So the 51, that is going to be Foster. 41. And that wasn't a 44. I think it was a 46 before I bumped it. A 22 on a AS. 22 AS. And that's going to be 0 yards. A stuffing. A stuffing. Wait a second. It ain't on the Houston 1-yard line. It should be on the Baltimore's 1-yard line. What the fuck? Yeah, sure. What the hell? Redo this. Okay. Punt. It's going to be blocked. Punt goes 0 yards. I'll just say Houston recovers it. I don't give a shit now. Houston recovers it. Don't matter to me who recovers. And they're going to go 5 yards. Let's see if it puts it on the 1-yard line. No, it says it's on the 6. Well, whatever. Whatever. I know it's on the 1-yard line, so if they get 1 yard, I'm going to give them 6. Fuck it, but he got 9. This is irritating me. No yards. Okay. Okay. 2nd and goal from the 1. Going to try an inside run again. 44 will be Foster. 33 will be a BG. A 23. It's going to be a 28. He's going to lose yardage on this one. 28 on a BG. BG, 28 BG. 28 BG. He's going to lose 3 yards. 3 yards. So it'll be from now the 4. Don't have to pass here. Short pass. Short pass. That's going to be a 23. If they only get a field goal out of this, this will be crazy. A CG, a 65. That's going to be Foster. He is a C. And a 13 is an 11. An 11 on a CG. 11. CG is 3 yards. And it should be, instead of being on the 9, should be on the 4-yard line. So he's going to be 1 yard short. Pass. We're going to get it down there. Pass. Complete for 8 yards at the 1. And they're going to go for it here. They are going to go for it. They're going to do a short pass. Short pass here. A 42. A 42 is a CS. A 54. A 54 is a Lear. So it'll stay CS. A 53 on a CS is a 10. A 10 on a CS. 10 CS. That is 3 yards and a touchdown. 3 yards and a touchdown to who would I say it was going to? 54. And that's Lear. Brought the big boys in and faked them out. Pass. Lear for 1 yard. Where is he? Lester Lear ain't even here. Huh. Well, we'll just give it to the next one. We'll give it to Graham. Graham will get it. I ain't wearing with it. Graham complete for 1 yard. And the extra point will tie it up. Extra point. That'll be good. That's a tie ball game. It is 13-13 with 15 seconds left in the half. This kickoff will end the quarter in the quarter in a 13-13 game. 64 on the kickoff is a 2. 2 on the kickoff. I don't think they're going to return this. 2 on the kickoff. 66 yards. He's going to return it. Jones will return it. Jones will return it. 62, did I say? 64 and a 2. That is, sorry, 68 yards. Still going to return it. 68 yards. And a 66. Oh my God, he might return this for a touchdown, folks. 66 on a P. That's a 1. That could be returned for a touchdown. It is. Woo, he's gone. Touchdown. Ain't that crazy? A touchdown. That'll be 3 yards deep. So that'll be 103 yards. 103-yard touchdown. Jacoby Jones. Just like that, the Ravens are back on top. And the extra point. That's crazy. What a crazy game. Jacoby Jones, 103 yards, a 36, and a 37. That'll be good. And just like that, they're back up by 7. Oh my, Jacoby Jones. Alrighty, now the kickoff by the Ravens. Here we go. Sure. 31, that's going to be a 17 on the kickoff. 17 on the kickoff. And now we start the fourth quarter. How's that ended? 17 on the fourth quarter, 72 yards. And they'll just take the touchback. All right, can they march down the field again? Let's straighten these cards out. I keep getting all messed up. Okay, do a short pass here. Yeah, I like to say, not too bad. How's it going, Dave? Check out his great channel. Yeah, well, nobody's going to get hurt because I ain't playing with injuries, playing with just regular lineups. No injuries. Yeah. As Sean joins us, check out Sean's channel. Here we go with short pass here. 46. Who's that going to be? That's going to be Foster on the short pass of 22. 22 is going to be a BD. It'll stay a BD, and a 61. 12 BD. 12 BD. 12 and a BD. And that'll be 7 yards. 7-yard completion. Well, now we're going to do a medium pass since it's 2nd and 3. 7-yard completion. Do a medium pass here. Do a medium. That's going to be a 42. And that'll be a CS. And that's the... that is... What's Watts doing there? That'll be the Johnson making an AS. AS and a 23. 29. He's going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked. 29 AS. And he's going to get sacked for 10 yards. That's the 3rd sack of the game for the Ravens, I think. 10-yard sack. And who gets him this time? 55. 55. What did I say, Johnny? There we go. And now it's going to be 3rd and 13. We'll do another medium pass here. A 22. That's going to be a good defense. It's going to be a BD, a 41. That'll stay a B. That'll be Casey. Casey with a BD and a 63. 13 BD. 13 BD. And that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete, and they'll have to punt. And they'll have to punt the ball away. And here's the punt. 64. That'll be there inside the 20. That'll be a 20. That'll be an 18 on the punt. 18. 18 on the punt. That'll be 58-yard punt. And Jacoby Jones, he's already turned one kickoff for a touchdown. What can he do with the punt? 58 and a 33. This is going to be a good one. 33. And that's going to be an 18 on the punt return. 18. That's going to be 15 yards. Man, their special teams, Houston's going to work on tackling. 15-yard punt return. Alrighty. And up by 7, they're going to run inside here. That's going to be a 44. 44 is going to be an AG. And a 46, that's probably going to be Pierce. Yep, Pierce with the carry. An AG. 25, that'll be no gain for Pierce. No gain for Pierce. We'll do an outside run now. inside run. And that'll be a 61. That's going to be Pierce again. Pierce again, a 23. 23 is a BD, and a 26 is 24 on a BD. 24 on a BD. 24 on a BD. 24 BD. That'll be 2 yards. Pierce picks up 2 yards. That'll be 3rd and 8. We'll have to do a short pass here. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Can Flacco pick up the first down here? That's going to be a 43. That's going to be a BG. It's going to beat Antoine Bolden. That'll be an AG. Oh, man, that's a 33. That is a 3. 3 AG, right? 3 AG. That's going to be a nice pickup. 3 AG. First down plus 15. So that is 8. That'll be 23-yard pickup by Antoine Bolden. 23 yards. Nice job by Flacco and Antoine Bolden. First down. Do an inside run. And that'll be a 41. That'll be an AS. It will be Rice on a 44. This is going to be a good one. 44 AS. 15 AS. And that's going to be good for 16 yards for Rice. 16 yards. Rice, hey dibble dibble, Rice went up the middle for 15 yards. Alrighty. We'll do another inside run. And that's going to be a 41. And that's going to be an AS, and that's going to be Rice again. 22. That's another 15. Another 15, and what was it? That's going to be the same thing. That's going to be 16 yards again. Rice is killing it. Okay. At the 27 now. We'll do a short pass here. Short pass. Short pass. Flacco drops back. And that's going to be a 16. That'll be an AS 36. Who's getting that? Jacoby Jones. It'll stay an AS. And a 42. A 9 on an AS. 9 AS. That'll be good for 7 yards to Jones. Alrighty, 10:30 to go. And we'll do a short pass here. Short pass. Or do we want to do me? We'll do a medium pass on 2 seconds. Medium pass. Probably pushing my luck, but that'll be a BS, a 34. That is Jones again, so it'll stay a BS. 23 is a 32. That ain't going to be good. 32, that could be intercepted. 32 on a, what did I say, BS? Yep, 32 BS. And that's going to be a rare play 6. Rare play 6. 36. That's a 5 on a 6. 5 on a 6. Pass is blocked, rebounds to the quarterback who gains 6 yards. He completes his own pass and he gains 6 yards and a first down. FLACCO completes the pass to himself. FLACCO to FLACCO for 6 yards. How about that? And a first down. Okay, now we're at the 14. Okay, we'll go back to the running game after that. We'll do an inside run after that crazy play. Alrighty, 1st and 10 from the 14. Inside run. That's going to be to Pierce. Pierce, a 32. On a 32, that's going to be a CD and a 34. Not going to be good. That's going to be a penalty. A CD, and that's going to be a 35 or 6. 36. 36 CD. That'll be 7 yards and a TE. 7 yards. Pierce, and that'll be a TE. What is the penalty going to be? Let's see what the penalty is. TE, a 23 on a TE. 23 TE, and that's going to be holding on the offense. Holding on the offense. Okay. And we'll do another inside run. Inside run. That's going to be a 25. That'll be an AG. Pierce is going to get the ball again. And a 32. It's going to be a 26. Not going to be good. Not going to be good. We're not in. Inside run at 22, did I say? 26. 26 on an inside run. And an AG. 26 AG. That'll be 2 yards. And we'll do a short pass now. Short pass. Short pass here. On 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18. Trying to get some of it back here. 31, that's going to be Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith's going to get the ball. 14 is an AG. It'll stay an AG. And a 12 on an AG. 12 AG. 12 AG. That'll be good for 9 yards. Picks up half of it. Smith picks up half of it. Makes it 3rd and 9. From the 13. And we'll do another short pass here. 53. That'll be a BS, a 55. That's going to be Thomas. No, it's not. It's going to be Dickens. It'll stay a BS. 53. That's a 9. 9 BS. 9 and a BS. That's going to be good for 5 yards. They'll have to kick the field goal. Have to kick the field goal. On 4th and 4 now. 4th and 4. From the 8, kick the field goal. And a 12. That'll be a 39 from the 8. That might barely be good. 39. And from 8-yard line. That is good. And now they're up by 10 with 7:30 to go. Here's the kickoff. Need 2 scores. That'll be a 36. That'll be a 38 on the kickoff. A 38, 73 yards. He'll just use the touchback. And they'll come out here on their 20. 9 scores with 7:30 to go. Going to be pretty much throwing the ball here. He'll do a short. That'll be the Jones. That'll be a 45. That'll be an 8. A 20. He's going to get sacked again. He's going to get sacked again on an 8. That's going to be a 2-yard sack. Man, the pressure they've been getting on him in the second half is crazy. 2-yard sack. And he gets it. And he gets it. A 12. That's going to be Paul again. His second sack of the game. Not Vontae, Paul. Click on the right person. Alright. They're going to do a short pass. Medium pass. Yes. This one's going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. That'll be a big 41. Here's the 2. 41. That is going to be to 50. So we'll stay a BS. We'll stay a BS. BS on a 3. A 3 medium pass BS. This is going to be a long one. That's going to be good for 30 yards. 30 yards. Caught them snapping. James Casey, 30-yard reception. You know what Matt said? If it worked once, let's try it again. I'm going to stay with the medium pass at midfield here. Medium pass. That's going to be a 31. And that's going to be a CS. And that's going to be to Justin. That'll stay a CS. A 43. That's going to be a 32 on a CS. 32 CS. That's going to be a rare play 7. Yep. Rare play 7. See what happens on this rare play. On a 5-7. Intended receiver catches pass and gains 14 yards. He spikes the ball at that point while the clock is running. 5-yard penalty against the offense from the spot of the foul for delay of game. So, let's see here. How many yards did they get? Because it's not going to let me do that. 14, we're just going to say 9 yards. But we'll do 10 yards and make it a first down. 10. God damn it, knocking all the cards off. 10 yards. 10 yards. First down. And that's where they'll get the ball. 1st and 10 from there. Because like I say, the game's not going to let me do all that craziness. Not going to let me do all that. They're going to try another medium pass. What the hell? It seems to be working. Of course, we dropped the dice. We dropped both dice. Where's the other one at? There it is. Here's another medium pass. That's going to be a 23. 23. That's going to be a BG. 23 is going to be a CG. Oh, it's going to be a good one now. CG, who's it going to be thrown to? Posey, it'll start a CG. A CG and a 4. A 4 CG. A 4 CG is going to be 27 yards. 27 yards to Posey. 27 yards to Posey. He is chewing up this offense, this defense. Posey, 27 yards. And we are down to the Baltimore 15-yard line. Down to the 15. Down to the 15. And they're going to keep doing the medium pass until Baltimore can prove they can stop them. Do this one. That's a 63. That's going to be a BG, a 45. That's Walter. That's going to be an AG, and a 33 is a 3, AG, and that's going to be good for 27 yards, make it 23 and a touchdown. 23 yards, they marched right down the field. No problem on that one. 23 yards. Sorry, 15 yards. 15 yards, and now the extra point. And a 36. And 18 on the extra point. Extra point, 18. 18 on the extra point is good. And it's a 3-point game. 3-point game with 5 minutes to go. The Baltimore Ravens hold on to win this game. Here's the kick. 64 on the kickoff will be a 2. 2 on the kickoff. That's 60-some yards if I remember right. A 2 is 66 yards. Jones will return it. 66 yards. He's already got a 103-yard kick returns, so you know he's going to return. And a 33, this is going to be another good one. Another good one. 33 on a 4. A 4 on the kick return. Oh, man. He is killing them. A 4 on the kick return. That's going to be 70 yards. 70 stinking yards. Ain't that crazy? He is killing them. Killing them. They can't tackle worth a shit. He is killing them on this. Down to the 31-yard line. FLACCO is going to try to end this game right now with a medium pass. Put an amen to it. Go back up by 10. And that's going to be a 23. That's going to be a BG. A 51. Who's that going to be to? 51. 51 is going to be the race. And that'll stay a BG. A BG. And a 21. 16. 16 when we're at the 31. So that's a good spot to do this. 16. 16 on a medium BG. And that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete to Rice. Alrighty. 2nd and 10, we'll do Rice out. Well, we'll do an outside run. And it's not going to be Rice. It's going to be Pierce. 46. AS. 18 AS. That'll be 8 yards for Pierce. They're going to have to start soon thinking about using timeouts. 8 yards to Pierce. Even though they're only down by 3, they got to stop them here. Can't let them score a touchdown. So 3rd and 2. They're going to run the ball inside. 54 is an AD. Make out an AG. They're going to figure they're going to run it. 26 is Rice. And a 42. A 42 is a 17. A 17 on an AG. It is 6 yards and a first down. Yards and a first down. Okay. They're gonna go short pass, like say field goal, touchdown still beats them. Short pass here. Short pass, a 33. That's gonna be a good defense. That's gonna be a big E and a 41. And that's going to be, that's the first time we called his name. Going for the big tight end. It'll stay a BD. And a 55, that's a 6 on a BD. 6 BD. 6 BD. And that's going to be good for a first down plus 1. 11-yard completion to Pitta. Houston's going to take a timeout here. Houston will call a timeout. And the Ravens are going to try to punch this in with Rice. They're going to do a hey dibble Rice up the middle. I think 3 times here. Ain't going to take no chances on throwing it now. And I'll try to run the clock out. Unless Rice loses yardage. And then they might have to do something. That's not going to be Pierce. It's going to be Pierce. 24. That's going to be a BS. It's going to be Pierce. 22 on a BS. 24 BS. And that's going to be 1 yard for Pierce. And again, Houston will take a timeout. Okay. 2nd and goal from the 5. Keep on them. Inside run. This time it is Rice. 36 makes it Rice. And 11, that's going to be a good defense. That's going to be a BG. A BG and a 36. That's not going to be good. 36 BG. And that's going to be, that'll be 3 yards and a penalty. 3 yards and a penalty. And see what the penalty is. It's a TE. Yeah, TE. That'll be a 61 on the penalty. 61 on a TE. And that's going to be delay of game on the offense. The play never happened. Delay of game. Delay of game. Moves them back 5 yards. And like I said we wasn't going to pass, but now we're outside the 9 now. So we are going to pass. Said we wasn't, but we're going to do a short pass here on second and goal from the 9. Second and goal from the... That's going to be a 16. That's going to be an AS. And it's going to stay an AS. It's going to Antoine Bolden. A 62 and 18 on an AS. 18 AS. And that's going to be incomplete. And it's going to be third and goal from the 10. Another short pass. And that's going to be a 51. That's going to be an AD. A 22. That's Smith, I believe. Yep, it'll stay an AD. And a 61. 12 AD. 12 AD is 7 yards. And they'll have to kick the field goal. And Houston will call their last time out. 7 yards. He didn't go out of bounds, right? Make sure. 61. 12 on an AD. Nope. 12 AD is, I can say 5 yards. I said 6 yards. It's 5 yards. 5 yards, and he didn't go out, but they will call their last time out. They'll call their last time out. And they'll have to kick the field goal from the 5-yard line. A 24 is a 37. That should be good. And puts them only up by 6, though. Yep, that's good. They still got a shot here, and you've seen how easy they moved that ball down the field the last time. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go and no timeouts. Let's see what they can do. Here's the kickoff. 54. That's going to be a 36. That's going to be a penalty. A 36. A 36 on the kickoff. 44. And only 44 in a TL. 44 yards. TL. Okay, so it's not going to be Martin returning it. Let's see here. Casey or Manning. Casey's going to return this. First, let's see what the TL is. That'll be a 31 for Casey. Okay, and a TL, so 144 yards. And what's a 31 on the return? A 31 for him. OC is a K. That'll be 25. The return. 25 on the return is 20 yards. He's going to return it 20 yards, Casey is. 20 yards. And now, what did we say? It was a TL. A TL on the penalty. Yep, a TL. TL on the penalty. And a 54 on the TL. 54. 18. Offsides on the defense. Who's the defense here? Offsides on the defense. Return team. And they'll take the offsides. Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. They'll have to re-kick it. This time from the 40. From the 40, re-kick it. This will be get rid of these two. A 35. Tucker with a 35. That'll be a 17 on the kickoff this time. 72 plus add another 5, so that'll be a touchback. Touchback. 2 minutes to go in the game. Can they march down the field? Start off with a medium pass here. He marched them down the last time. No timeouts. Needs a touchdown. A 53. That's going to be an CS. And that's going to turn into an AS because that's going to Johnson. He changes it to an A and a 34. And we just dropped it. That's going to be a 35. That'll be a penalty. 35. Goddamn, how many times drop the fucking dice? Son of a bitch. Damn. Okay. A 35 on an AS. 35 AS. 35 AS is 9 yards. 9 yards and a penalty. See what the penalty is. So the TH penalty. A 66. On a TH is a 20. And that's going to be pass interference on the defense. So take the penalty and it'll make it a first down. And the clock stops. Defense pass interference. 9 yards. And it'll only be a 15-second penalty. Like I say, it's an automatic first down. And they'll do another medium pass here with a minute 45. 13. That is going to be a BS. A BS, a 43. He's a 43. 43 is Walter. He'll be an A. He'll be an AS. 17 AS. 17 AS. That's going to be an incompletion. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 with a minute 30 to go. And we'll do a medium pass. That's going to be a 36. This is going to be a good one for him. 36, that's a BS. A 46, who's that? That is Foster. So it's going to stay a BS. A BS and a 44 is a 4. A 4 BS. And that's going to be 27 yards and he gets out of bounds. Nice job by Foster. 27 yards and he gets out of bounds. Remember, they need the touchdown to win the game. Field goal doesn't help them. Okay, another medium pass. How many yards does he have? 289 yards. Have more than that. That's going to be a 56. 56 is an AD. AD, a 42. Who's it going to? Water again. That'll be an AD. AD and a 51. 7 on an AD. 7 and an AD. That's going to be 23 yards. And I'll have to hurry up. AD, sorry. That'll be 19 yards. 19 yards on an AD. I have to hurry up here. Hurry up offense. A minute to go. Okay. No, Ravens ain't calling a timeout. Their defense is going to either win this game or lose it. A minute to go. Another medium pass. They are on the 26 now. 26. 26. Medium pass. That's going to be a 46. It's going to be a BS. And that's going to be making an AS. That's going to be the Johnson. A 52. They're going to sack him. Couldn't afford that. AS, a 28. And that's going to be 8-yard sack. 8-yard sack. Big sack. Couldn't afford that. Who got him? 53. Who did that for the Ravens? A 53. Oh, Suggs with his third sack of the game. Suggs, third sack of the game. A big one. Big one. No rush to the line. It'll be 45 seconds. Second and 18. Now they're outside the 30. Outside the 30 now. And they'll do a medium pass here. Medium pass. $25. That's going to be an AD of 36. 36 is going to be Casey. And it'll stay in AD. Stay in AD. 43. 32. That's not going to be good. 32 AD. And that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Who did I say it was going to? 36. 36 was Casey. Thirty seconds to go. It is 3rd and 18. A medium pass. A medium pass. 54, and that's going to be an AG. A 23, that's going to be Johnson. Will stay in AG. 26 is a 16. 16 AG incomplete. And they're going to have to do a long pass now. Have to do a long pass. There is 15 seconds to go. Last play of the game. They got to do a long pass. Long pass. Can he connect here? Here's the ball game. It's going to be a 13. It's going to be a BS. And we're going to Johnson. I'm not going to do it. So that's going to be an LS, a 24. And that'll be a 15 on an AS, right? Yep, AS. And a 15. And that's going to fall incomplete. And that's your ball game, folks. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. Ravens hang on 26-20. Great. That was a damn good game. Damn good game. Damn good game. Ravens, 22 first downs, 28 carries for 128 yards,
Flacco was 24 for 34 for 253 yards. He was sacked twice, had 2 fumbles, 7 penalties, man, for 49 yards. 1 turnover. Had the ball for 32 minutes and 15 seconds. They was 4 for 12, and they was 1 for 1 on 4th downs. They was 3 for 4 in the red zone. They had 365 yards. Houston 20 first downs, 17 carries for 66 yards. Matt was 25 for 36 for 308 yards. He was sacked 7 times. That's the difference right there. A big sack. They fumbled twice. 2 penalties for 25 yards. Had the ball for 27 minutes 45 seconds. They was only 2 for 12 on 3rd downs. That hurt. 1 for 2 on 1st downs. And they was 3 for 4 in the red zone. Let's look here at the players. Scroll up here. Flacco, 24 for 34, 253 yards, and 2 touchdowns. No touchdowns, 2 sacks. Rice, only 14 carries for 9. He just missed it. 100-yard game, 97 yards, 6.9-yard carry. His long was 20 yards. Pierce, 12 carries for 34 yards. And Flacco, 2 carries for -3. How about this? Flacco, 1 reception for 6 yards. I like that. You had Antoine Bolden, 5 catches, 83 yards. His long was a 38. Torrey Smith, 5 catches for 46 yards. Rice, 3 catches, 28 yards. Dickens, 3 catches, 26 yards. Vontae, 2 catches, 12 yards. And everybody else 1 catch. That Pitta catch was a big one. That was a first down, an 11-yard catch. And for the Texans, Matt was 25 for 36, 308 yards, 2 touchdowns, and was sacked 7 times. Foster, 13 carries, 50 yards. And only 4 carries, 16 yards. Foster, though, had 7 catches for 86 yards. Johnson, 5 catches, 48 yards. Walter, 4 catches, 48 yards. Daniels, 3 catches, 39 yards. Posey, 2 catches, 30 yards. Graham, 2 catches, 14 yards. And then Tate and Casey each had a catch. And the big thing was the kick return. Can't not forget about that. Jacoby Jones, 4 kicks, 4 returns for 263 yards, a 65.8-yard average, a 103-yard touchdown. And then on punts, he was 5 punts, 49 for a 9.8. Killed him. That was the difference in the game, was the special teams. Yeah, that big kick return changed the game. Alrighty, let's take a look here at the rest of the league on the 20th. Yeah, Tennessee and Buffalo won 38-20. The Redskins won 48-28 over the Giants. Tampa Bay beats New Orleans 33-29. And the Jets beat New England 31-24. New England only 3-4. And the Steelers beat the Bengals 27-16. And the Colts beat the Browns 31-27. Just seen the Ravens in Houston. St. Louis beats Green Bay 23-10. Minnesota beats Arizona 34-10. The Bears beat the Lions 40-17. Cowboys over the Panthers 37-17. San Francisco over Seattle 37-24. And Raiders over the Jacksonville Jaguars 37-22. I think the Ravens are off next week. Yep. Ravens are off week 8. I want to thank Sean for stopping by. Ken Castro. Who else was here? Aaron Reed. Hunter Baltimore was here. Dave Gardner was here. Nice crowd, and Philip Reynolds. If you're new to the channel and haven't already done so, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell on your way out. Till next time, y'all have a great day, and take care.